Welcome to the influencer lifestyle. It's not a bad way to live. You get to travel the world, make tons of money, and receive love and admiration from millions of fans worldwide. That is, of course, until you fuck up.
People that were still really hurt by what I made.
Please do not believe what you're hearing online.
I need to say sorry.
How sorry I am.
I'm really sorry.
I didn't want people to cancel me.
I'm really sorry, man. Honestly, I'm really sorry.
People do bad things and should be held accountable for them and should be honest.
I'm sorry that.
I don't want to lose this platform. I really love this platform.
Oh, I didn't want to cry in this video, but honestly, I'm so sorry, bro.
I feel you, bro. Totally. Now look, it might seem like I'm making fun of Deji's crying here, and yes I am, but here's why.
If you look at the thumbnail, it says ad on it. Yeah, Deji did a brand deal in his apology video to his brother that Deji knew him talking about his brother would bring in more views than he would normally get, meaning he would get more money.
Yep, he sponsored his apology video so he can right off with those fake tears. Now, as you can see here, even a mid-sized influencer can already collect fat-ass Adsense checks every single month with just 300k subs, which makes for a perfect incentive to lie when things go wrong. Now, I do want to stress that a genuine apology is a good thing. However, the majority of apology videos actually get deleted right after they are uploaded, and it doesn't really scream sincere when your apology video is removed faster than this guy can ruin a date.
I'm not a fan of skinny girls. It's always good to have, I don't want to say a little meat because that sounds like, yeah, you are fat.
Jesus Christ, some people, man. Anyways, time to kick off the list. Number 10. James Charles.
I fully understand my actions and how they are wrong.
Now, hate him or love him, that's not the issue here. What is the issue is that if you keep swimming in the kiddie pool, you can't scream "they lied to me about their age" every single time you get exposed. James can easily find an age-appropriate date if he truly wanted to, and this is exactly the problem here.
I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like...
Yeah, that's not a good look when you're caught multiple times sending nothing but skin to below 18-year-olds, but it looks even worse when you're caught lying about it in your apology video.
My hope has always been to be in a relationship with somebody around my age or older. I'm not physically attracted to older guys.
Not only did he lie multiple times in the apology video, he also deleted/privated the video afterwards, so how much is your apology really worth then? Number 9. Call Me Carson.
Now, before you start thinking of this as an excuse to sweep things under the rug, that's not what this is.
So Call Me Carson is a popular gaming streamer that was involved in inappropriate texting with girls below 18. And what made it all much worse is that Carson couldn't even hide behind the good old-fashioned "they lied to me," since he clearly asked them, "When do you turn 18?" Now initially, people thought, what's the big deal? She's 17, he's 18. And I also agree that if you're 1 or 2 years apart, it hardly seems like a peace situation. However, after this got out, another girl came forward saying she was only 17, but that Carson was now 20. So this starts becoming a little bit more problematic, especially since Carson admitted there were several girls over a long period of time. Now this all turned into a major shitstorm, forcing Carson to take a break from YouTube and Twitch, after which he came back with this apology.
This isn't going to be your average YouTuber apology video, and I'm not going to make it long and drawn out, explaining my truth of the situation. But I have no intentions of doing that.
Now, if you're gonna do an apology video, then don't start off by saying, "I'm not gonna apologize," and sit there with a fuck-off attitude as if someone had to beat you with a stick to make this video. Carson simply did a promo about his upcoming stream and said he was giving all of his earnings to charity. He did not address the situation at all and just said, "Let's move on." So overall, pretty shitty apology, earning him the number 9 spot. Number 8. Fresh and Fit.
We made a mistake, okay? It is not cool to insult a man's country and or wife.
So here we find the wonderful little boys of the Fresh and Fit podcast, and if you have no idea who these wannabe alpha sex gods are, then check out the video linked up here where I break down their pathetic existence. So they basically delivered a mix of slurs and fat shaming of someone they've never even seen, and miraculously this upset their diehard fanboys who worship them harder than a teenage Justin Bieber fan. Jesus Christ, I would rather fight off a bunch of zombies than a Bieber fan, fuck me. Anyways, these idiots apologized to Abba and Preach, claiming that from this point on they would stay away from the drama and would simply focus on making content.
And from this point forward, we're burying the hatchet. We wish the best to Alba and Preach.
Yeah, the best, man.
We're gonna keep making content, giving you guys what you want, and we're gonna stay away from the drama.
Yeah, that lasted for about 3 months, after which they sent Alba and Preach about 20 fake copyright strikes on their channel, trying to get it deleted from YouTube. These guys only apologized because they were losing subs and super chats, and within 3 months they were right back to their fucked up ways. Number 7. Jordan Cheyenne.
Compose for the thumbnail with me after the video was done.
Oh boy, this YouTube mom is really something else.
Come here, come closer for the video, come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Close down, put your head down here. Act like you're crying. Really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm not just using.
No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this, put one hand up, go like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
No, Mom, I'm actually crying.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me.
I'm actually.
I know, look at me, look at me. Look at the camera, look at the camera.
This might have been the most disgusting clip I've seen in 2021. And remember, I watched this guy give dating and fitness advice.
Right, you see, it's coming up pretty cool.
So yeah, Jordan Cheyenne by far wins the Worst YouTube Mom Award. But it gets worse. It seemed as if she was pissed off during her apology and was taking credit for finally considering her own son's mental health.
I just want to let you guys know this as well. After 8 years of vlogging, I am making the decision to take Christian completely off my channel. This is not because of the hate or the backlash I'm getting right now, but I have made the decision that is 100% the healthiest for my child and his mental health to be off the camera.
Well, good for you, Jordan. It only took you about 8 years to realize that your son's mental health is something important, and you only needed about 1,000 people to point this out to you so that you could come to this realization all on your own. Give me a break, man. Jordan Cheyenne is one of those types to hit you with a car and then brag about taking you to the hospital. Unfucking believable. Moving on, number 6, Trisha Paytas.
This is my apology, and I kind of avoided it.
Now Trisha is a special little devil since she manages to get into drama with just about anyone about anything. She will even insert herself into drama that she has absolutely nothing to do with. And when people tell her to fuck off and mind her own business, she records another meltdown video and the cycle continues. So it was no surprise that she was in yet another fight, this time with her buddy Ethan Klein from the H3H3 podcast. And this time, Trisha went way too far.
I don't want to gloss over too much what went down. I mean, it's a lot for me to forgive this fast.
Now, I judge people by how they treat the ones closest to them, so I completely understand Ethan for not really wanting to accept her apology, especially considering she went full vendetta mode, trying to completely destroy his reputation, his business, and possibly even get him locked up.
Dude, she honestly, without mincing words, was trying to like ruin my life. She was saying everything she could to attack me personally, to attack the business.
So for someone to publicly fuck you over so badly and then call this an apology.
All that to say is I'm really sorry. I hope Ethan watches this. He doesn't watch my long videos. He usually gets them summarized. But if you see just this little clip, I'm very sorry, Ethan, for breaking your trust.
Yeah, you can fuck right off. Number 5, SteveWillDoIt. Now, SteveWillDoIt is the only one on the list that did not set out to make an apology video, but sort of fell into making one when he got interviewed.
It's just one of those things. I love to gamble. I gambled a lot. It was kind of disgusting. And it was kind of like a great way for me to not gamble with my own money, right?
You see, Steve was involved in a very fucked up offshore crypto casino scam, which I explained in the video linked up here, and a massive investigative channel named CoffeeZilla actually interviewed Steve about all of this.
If you're saying like, oh man, I gotta stop gambling, I have no control, and then you're making the majority of your money from getting other people to gamble while you yourself don't really want to do it anymore, like, isn't that kind of like a problem?
It's definitely, it could be a problem because gambling's not good.
So Steve has a massive gambling problem that ruined his life in the past, yet he continues to promote gambling to his fans because he's getting paid millions to do so. You're basically selling cigarettes after getting diagnosed with lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. Now, there were way more problems with Rubat than just the ethics of Steve, where people got screwed over badly, but at least he finally acknowledges that what he did was wrong, and and that he will stop doing it.
Because I'm here, I don't need to do Rubat ever again.
Number 4. Faze K. Now hands down, this has got to be my favorite apology on this list.
So much that I want to say about what's happened in the past month, but because of legal reasons, all I'm allowed to say right now is this.
So Faze K, or Frazier, got himself involved in perhaps the biggest influencer crypto scam of last year, called Save the Kids, after which he got kidnapped and recorded a little hostage video. Okay, that last part I might have made up, but he's giving me some serious hostage vibe with this setup, man. Anyways, this whole thing was huge, not just because of the money involved, but definitely because of the number of high-profile influencers he managed to pull in. He got Ricegum, Face Jarvis, Tico, Nikan. I mean, this thing was a fucking DJ Khaled mixtape, man. They even tried fitting in the exquisite talents of Summer Rae, seen here promoting her latest hat collection. She has some very beautiful hats, go check them out. So in this 2-minute apology, Kay basically blamed the whole disaster on this guy, Sam Pepper. And yes, I agree, Sam Pepper is indeed a humongous piece of shit. However, to simply blame everything on Sam is not really the full story here. I made a short video about what actually went down behind the scenes, linked up here, so check that one out if you want to find out the truth. But scamming your own fans and then blaming everything on someone else was definitely a bullshit apology, earning him the number 4 spot. Number 3. Number 2, David Dobrik, Dom, and Jeff Wittek.
Come on here real quick and address some conversations that have been going on the internet.
Yeah, these dudes really f things up big time. Now I do want to say that David Dobrik puts together some very entertaining vlogs.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And from the looks of things, I'm not the only one. Since this dude does about 6 to 10 million views on every single video he puts out, which is insane. However, it's actually a massive decline from his earlier 15 to 30 million views, you know, before the infamous apology video. Now the reason why these guys are in a hellish threesome is simply because of how poorly they handled a very messed up situation and basically tried to blame each other for everything that happened.
When David received the text from Dom, David did not want to take the video down.
Which was that a fan who participated in one of the vlogs made an R allegation against Dom, which allegedly took place in one of the vlogs. Now there's a lot of back and forth about what actually happened and who's telling the truth, and I don't want to get into any of that because the main focus here is how everything went down after the allegation was made. Especially Wittek went full denial mode, saying he wasn't even there.
No. I was there for probably 30, 45, but I did go home. I didn't stay.
Were you there the whole night?
No.
So you say you were there for 30 minutes.
But when he was confronted by H3H3 with footage and timestamps, his story did a complete 180.
And then I'm assuming you were there when the girls arrived. They arrived around 11, so that means you were there for 2 hours.
Okay. To my recollection, I wasn't there for 2 hours.
So overall, Wittek's first apology just seemed to be full of lies, which he later deleted, after which he uploaded a new apology where he claimed to have fixed his memory. Now David Dobrik's first apology was basically all about how he likes making content and that he's no longer making content with those people that were involved.
I love being able to make people happy for a living, and that's all that I wanted.
And this is basically David trying to remove himself from the whole situation by pretending as if he knew nothing about it. However, a later video showed that he was very much aware of everything that went down. So in the end, it's just a classic case of don't try to cover things up, since this makes everything 10 times worse. And the number 1 spot for the absolute worst apology video of 2021 goes to Mr. Derek Jackson.
I understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed.
This dude really worked his ass off to get to the number 1 spot, because not only did he fuck up in a major way by shitting on his entire life's work, he also apologized while holding a death grip on his wife's hand and proceeded to speak in the third person the whole time.
But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage.
But the craziness did not stop there. Derek Jackson thought it was a good idea to do a reaction video to his own apology, in which he's already speaking in the third person.
From your lowest self, whatever it may be.
So, when I looked in the comments of this video, I don't know if old boy was trolling or not, but he said, D, I think I want to see a reaction to this video. So, let's do it. And by the way, I'm gonna speak in third person.
I mean, the levels to this man's narcissism are just insane. That shit takes years and years of specialized training. You see, Derek Jackson is the self-proclaimed expert on how real men should conduct themselves in relationships and marriage. Now he preaches his doctrine mostly to women so that they can be aware of all the bad men in their lives and find a good one. Which makes this whole situation irony at its finest, since this guy was teaching women how to find a good, honest man while he's just fucking his way through his marriage.
But Derrick Jackson's no exemption. He's not exempt from that.